Good morning. It's March 1st, 2024. I'm out at Park Circle playing the shorts in the B position, and just finished up reading Isaiah 2 through 4. After the roller coaster of Isaiah 1, Isaiah 2 starts out pretty promising. There's a whole bit about Zion being established as the highest hill and nations coming to learn from the Lord. Their weapons of war being turned into weapons of cultivation, or tools for cultivation. It's pretty exciting stuff. I think maybe Isaiah is not going to be the slugfest that it feels like, looking at it from the outside. Oh no. There's even a super encouraging, verse here that's all by itself about inviting Jacob to come and walk in the light of the Lord. I get so excited about the positive opportunities. Too much this for this all. And then it takes a turn for the worst. The rest of chapter 2 details how the Lord's people have rejected him and embraced the ways of the ungodly nations, that the Lord is against them, and that he's a terror to them, that they'll hide themselves from him, which is not quite the promise of weapons into cultivation that the chapter started with. That was terrible. Chapter 3 ends with this encouragement that is repeated in the Gospels and the epistles not to fear man. Or chapter 2 ends that way. Chapter 3 goes on to detail all the ways that the Lord is removing his support and protection from Jacob. It's really disheartening in many, many ways. Chapter 3, verses 9 and following are really disturbing because they feel so much like our culture. There's people glorying in their shame and having pride in what they should be ashamed of, the sin that they've committed. The wicked promise they'll be thrown down. The righteous have nothing to fear, so that's hopeful. But women and children oppress and rule over the people. It's a real shame. Chapter 3 continues on and tells basically of how eventually the people will be stripped bare of everything they have. Rolls into 7 and just looks at the desperation of the people for any sort of protection. It's a hard passage. Of course, it does get better. The passage, chapter 4, gives us a really clear vision. It's a beautiful thing. Imagery that if Isaiah is pulling from backwards from Sodom, Gomorrah, these stories from the Old Testament, we're also looking forward to the New Jerusalem, in which the Lord will be present as a cloud by day, fire by night. It's Exodus language, but also what we see in Revelation. It's really quite hopeful. So if you're reading Isaiah 2 and 3, push through to 4. Gives you hope for the future. So as we think about Isaiah 2 through 4, there's a sense that I think we should be concerned for how many of the warnings seem to fit. But the flip side is we have the opportunity to be obedient to the positive aspect. Let us walk in light of the Lord.
even today.
Let's not fear man. I mean, all he's got is the breath in his nostrils. And even that's just a gift from the Lord. Oh, there's a headwind. Let's look forward to that coming New Jerusalem. The Lord is already dwelling in our midst for believers. And the day will come when that will be evident to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Women and children have some rule over the people. Beautiful thing. Imagery. Isaiah is pulling from